Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do an amazing, fun fragrance video all about my favorite amber scents. And as you guys know, if you're following me, we recently launched a beautiful Kayali amber scent, invite only Amber 23. And as I mentioned in my videos, I'm a big lover of the amber note and I love amber fragrances, and I really just want to share some of my favorites with you because if you like amber too, you're probably going to love some of these fragrances that I share today. So before we get started, just want to remind you guys to please subscribe to my channel. We are at almost 70,000 subscribers, which I just cannot believe. I'm so grateful. I'm so over the moon, and I just want to thank you all for helping to build our amazing YouTube community. I love you all so much, and I'm just so excited to be sharing with you guys. And thank you everyone for all your amazing comments. I read every single one, and I'm so grateful for all your feedback, your suggestions, and just your love. Like, a lot of you guys just leave me love. Honestly, like, I really appreciate it, and it makes me just even more excited to keep doing this and create videos for you guys. So thank you so much. So some of you guys might not know this, the amber note in the fragrance world is actually a blend of many notes that creates a nice powdery, sweet, syrupy, resinous type of scent. So to create the amber note, the nose actually has to mix and combine different naturals as well as synthetics, and it really is a mixture of vanilla, patchouli, labdanum, styrax, benzoin, and a few others. And as I mentioned earlier, it's the hero note of our latest launch, our 8th fragrance, invite only Amber 23. And for me, using the amber note as our hero ingredient was really important because amber is a very commonly used note in the Middle East. It's part of our traditional fragrances. If you go to any sort of market shop in the souks, you'll see a lot of people selling just pure amber oil where they've already mixed these ingredients together to create that amber oil, and it's really beautiful. So we use it everywhere from our own perfume oil, fragrances in our bahur, which is the wood that we burn in our houses, but we use it everywhere. So it's something that's very true to my Middle Eastern roots, and also just from living in Dubai for such a long time, I've become very obsessed with amber, and I feel like the more I smell it, the more that I love it. It's something that just grows on you. It's very deep, it's very rich, it's very sensual, it's very decadent. So I feel like it really is one of the sexiest notes. And that's why when I share all these fragrances with you today, all of these fragrances really make me feel super, super sexy. Wear them with the right time. Don't wear them when you're just running errands and you don't want to be bothered. Wear them when you're like ready for the attention, date night, or something special like that. All right, so the first fragrance I'm gonna share with you guys is by this brand called Serge Sultan, and it's called Amber Sultan. And I have to say, this brand is actually one of my favorite niche fragrance brands. I love so many of their fragrances. It's just very great quality, very long lasting, very projecting, very unique as well. And I even love the bottles. They're kind of simple, but I love them. I kind of love the simplicity of it. It's very chic. And the brand is actually really nice. We've been like in touch on DM, and they're just amazing team. I love them. Also love the fact that their bottles are refillable, so you can open it up and refill them, which is incredible. Very challenging to do from a product development standpoint, I know, from working on Kayali, but I just love the fact that they were able to create this for everyone. So I'm just gonna spray this on the blotter to remind myself how amazing it smells. It's so good. All of the amber scents, in my opinion, even though, as you guys know, everybody who follows me knows that I don't believe in like assigning a gender to fragrance and pretty much everything. Like, I believe everything is open to everyone. Whoever loves something should wear it. If it makes you feel good, wear it. I wear fragrances that are considered masculine. I have a lot of guy friends and past relationships where guys used to wear, feminine perfumes, and I think it's fine. Wear whatever makes you feel happy or it makes you feel good. But what I do want to say is that the amber fragrances in general are definitely viewed as very unisex. I find them to be kind of like honestly, they smell almost a little bit masculine to me, but I love it. I love the fact that they're so strong and like just very sexy. This one from Serge Sultan, the Amber Sultan, is probably more on the masculine side. Like, it's a bit spicier than some of the fragrances I wear personally, but I actually love it so much. I'm just gonna read you guys the notes. So this was launched in 1993. It's a super OG fragrance. I actually didn't know that before this video. The nose is Christopher Sheldrake, and the ingredients are resins, amber, bay leaf, myrrh, sandalwood, tonka, vanilla, coriander, oregano, patchouli, angelica, and myrtle. I have to be honest, I have to actually look up some of these ingredients because I don't know what they are. I've never heard of angelica or myrtle. Definitely a beautiful fragrance. So the next fragrance I'm gonna share with you guys is by Hermes, and this is actually from their exclusive collection, so you can only find it in their boutiques and very select locations. And this is called Amber Narguile. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at like pronouncing anything except English. I'm not really even good at that. So I'm just gonna spray this to remind myself how it smells, although I do have to say this is a fragrance that I wore quite a lot. And I actually have a lot of memories attached to this fragrance. When Huda actually went to LA to study makeup, that's when I first started wearing this fragrance, and I absolutely fell in love with it. So it reminds me of LA, it reminds me of new beginnings, and it reminds me of just like Huda's new journey into beauty. So I love this. It's so crazy how like things will just transport you. Like when I smell this, I'm like instantly transported to where Huda lived, where she was studying makeup, and she was like living in these apartments that were kind of for people who were up and coming. It was like really very small. Like I actually stayed with her, and like it's just really funny. It was like really cool, lots of up and coming actors and actresses and artists. I actually loved it, but it was such a great time. Like I actually like sometimes miss those days. So this fragrance is a spicy amber fragrance, and it was created in 2004. I actually got it in 2009, and that's when I fell in love with it. And it was created by Jean-Claude Elena, and the notes are cinnamon, honey, rum, caramel, tonka bean, vanilla, benzoin, coumarin, labdanum, tobacco, sesame, white orchid, and musk. And honestly speaking, like the initial top is really beautiful with this juice, but the dry down is even nicer. I really love it. And honestly, just remembering like when I smell this fragrance and just coming back to like the memories, and that's what I love about fragrances, just how it's so magical and how it just transports you. Like this one has a lot of good memories. So next we're gonna talk about Amber Nuit from Dior, and this is also from their private collection. It's very exclusive, expensive, and you have to kind of find it in select stores. I really miss this scent too. I'm like, why did I stop wearing these? I need to wear them more often. I'm just always testing samples. My life has like become just testing samples all day, but oh my God, this is such a beauty. So nice. All right, this was launched in 2009, and it was created by Francois de Manchi, and it's an amber citrus fragrance. The notes are amber, rose, pink pepper, bergamot, and grapefruit. It's funny because I find it like a little bit powdery, like something about it gives me like powdery vibes. But I can't put my finger on it because it's not really, they haven't listed too much, but it could be the mixture of like the rose with the pink pepper. But it's really beautiful, very sexy, and very strong. That's one thing I love about the Dior exclusive range. The scents are so strong, projecting, long lasting. They are very expensive, but they are really amazing. So the next scent that we're gonna talk about is from Labo, and this is Another 13. So this was launched in 2010 by Natalie Lorson. So the key notes are ISO E-Super, ambergris, musk, ambrette, and pear. And honestly, for me, this is definitely not like your typical amber. This is more like a woody, musky, ambergris scent. It's not like as heavy and rich and decadent and resinous as the other ambers that I mentioned previously, and also in comparison to Invite Only Amber 23. But this is like woody, gentle, musky. So this is something that I feel like if you're wanting to wear an amber scent that's very understated, this is definitely a great option. So the next scent that we're going to talk about is from Narciso Rodriguez, and this is for her, and it's called Amber Musk. And I don't know about you guys, but I personally love Narciso Rodriguez. Love it, love this brand. So this is a amber woody fragrance launched in 2013, and the nose is Arabian Guichard. The top notes are musk, orange blossom, which I 1000% get. Middle notes, patchouli, Arabian Oud, leather, and base notes of amber, vanilla, and incense. For me, like what stands out the most is probably the patchouli, the wood, the incense, and the musk. I don't know why it says for her on the bottle, because this is definitely something that I think would appeal to everyone. I love it. I need to stop. So the next one that we're gonna talk about is by Aerin, and it's called Amber Musk. And I have to say, I personally have met Aerin before in New York, and she was one of the nicest, most down-to-earth humans I've ever met. She is I believe she's the granddaughter of Estee Lauder, or maybe the great-granddaughter. She's the daughter of Leonard Lauder, I believe. But she was so sweet. I went to her office in New York, and I saw her studio where she had like perfume on one side and like home decoration on the other side. And I have to say, you know, she was just super humble, very down to earth, very sweet, very kind, and very passionate about fragrances. So it was a really fun meeting. But I just, you know, I think it's really nice when you meet a founder and they're just so nice. So I really enjoyed meeting her. And I love her brand. Okay, so this fragrance was launched in 2013. It's an amber floral fragrance, and it doesn't list the actual nose here in my notes. It just says Firmenich, so I need to look into that and find out who the actual nose was. And the notes are ambroxan, musk, benzoin, coconut, rose, sandalwood, and lily of the valley. And for me, I am getting mainly musk, ambroxan, and I'd say sandalwood. It's very like light. It's kind of similar to Another 13, where it's not like this super like decadent in your face amber that's very like over the top. It's very like understated, and it's something that I feel you could wear all the time. It won't be, it's not overly projecting, so it's something that you can wear daily as even like a base. You know, you could wear it to put your fragrances on top or even layer it on top. It's a really nice, gentle amber. All right, so the next fragrance is by Van Cleef and Arpels, and this is called Amber Imperial. I love Van Cleef everything, but I really love their fragrances. Honestly, they're really good. One of my favorite is actually Vanilla Orchid from Van Cleef. And this one is also just beautiful. Okay, this is a spicy amber launched in 2015, and the nose is Quinton Biche. The top notes are pink pepper, bergamot. In the middle, we have amber, tonka bean, vanilla, and benzoin. And then in the dry down, we have woodsy notes. This is definitely super spicy to me. This is probably a little bit more on what would normally be considered the masculine side. So if you guys like those kind of like spicy, woody fragrances, this is something that I would recommend. I personally love all fragrances. I like the ones that are categorized as feminine. I like the ones as masculine, but this is more masculine, and it's really beautiful. Again, this is something I would like to wear, but I'd also love to smell it on somebody special. Beautiful. All right, I can't make a video about the best amber fragrances without listing one of the most iconic fragrances of the past 5 years. This is MFK, is how I usually call it MFK because I don't pronounce things well, but it's Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and it's Baccarat Rouge 540. This fragrance, oh my God, every time I spray it, I get so many compliments, and I know it is probably a little bit overused now. Like it's just become, everybody wears it. There's a lot of brands who've kind of knocked it off in some ways, but it still is amazing. Like I still love it. I still get so many compliments every time I wear it, like just even one spray. Like sometimes, because you know me, I layer my perfumes all the time, so I'll just spray one spray of that with many other things, and people are like, what are you wearing? So this one was launched in 2016 and it's an amber floral fragrance, and the nose is Francis Kirkjian, who seems like a really nice person, by the way. I follow him on Instagram. He just seems nice. I don't know what it is about him, but he seems like a cool guy. And the top notes, one of them, I mean, these are notes that I freaking love. I love saffron and jasmine. In the middle, we have amberwood, ambergris, and then we have resin and cedar. So they haven't shared too much, but I do have to say, whatever combination they did here, like whatever perfume voodoo they did it well. Like, you guys created some magic. Honestly, it's really, really, really good. I thought that this fragrance had oak moss in it. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I definitely remember oak moss, but it smells to me like I really get the woody amber and the saffron. I get that the most. I don't really smell the jasmine too much, but it's really, 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 really beautiful. And that's the thing about fragrances, like, you know, and I watch so many fragrance review videos on YouTube, on Reels, on TikToks, everywhere. And it's so funny because everybody has such a different impression when they smell something, and their nose picks up on different things. And it's never the same. Like, I could pick up jasmine so well on some fragrances and then not in other times. Like, our noses, our senses are wired so funny. But that's what makes it so cool, in my opinion. It's just like fragrance is really magical. It's magic in a bottle. All right, so the next fragrance we're gonna talk about is this brand called Kalemat, which actually means words in Arabic. I need to like figure out what all these words say. I'm like trying to read it. My Arabic is not great when it comes to reading. I'm like first grade level Arabic reader. Hamal? Jamal, that means beauty. I didn't see the J. Maybe I'll do this later so I don't drive you guys crazy. So this one is probably the most Middle Eastern out of all of the ones I mentioned today. It's pretty Middle Eastern. So the brand is Arabian Oud and the fragrance is called Kalemat, and it has all these cool words written in Arabic on the bottle, which I'll have to like read properly later. And this was launched in 2010. It's an amber fragrance. They haven't shared the nose, but the top notes are blueberry and anise. The middle is cashmere, wood, floral notes, rosemary, and the dry down is amber, honey, and musk. Again, they didn't share too much, but it's a really beautiful scent. It's very Middle Eastern. Like, this to me smells very Dubai. Like, if you smell it, if you've been to Dubai, you probably know what I mean. But it's really beautiful. Very, smells a little bit more traditional, but it's nice, very nice. All right, and last but definitely not least, my baby. I gotta share my baby. All right, invite only, Amber 23. I'm just gonna spray this one all over me. Yes, I love it. I love you. This fragrance is a beautiful amber scent. As you guys know, the amber note is the hero, but it's an ultra gourmand fragrance. So we have many beautiful gourmand ingredients in here. We have cinnamon, we have honey, we have chocolate hazelnut, we have black cherry on the top, which is really beautiful, bergamot, we have beautiful rose, oud, amber, vanilla, tobacco. It's really one of our most complex, most decadent fragrances. I'm not sure if I mentioned oud. We have cypriol as well, so we have natural oud as well as synthetic oud. It's a really beautiful, very complex but well-rounded fragrance. A lot of people say this is kind of like Dubai in a bottle. If you've been to Dubai, you'll totally get what I mean. And I think that it's different to Kalemat in the sense of it's probably a little bit more globally appealing. It's got an inspiration from Dubai, but it's kind of more well-rounded. It's my perception of Dubai in a bottle, but very beautiful. If you like gourmand fragrances, you're probably going to love it. And we actually launched our Amber Invite Only and Deja Vu White Flower double-ended rollerball. So if you guys want to try the fragrance for the first time, it's a great way to try it. You just get 5 ml of each. This scent is definitely very special. It was our 8th fragrance that we ever launched, and to me, it's a very sexy fragrance. So wear it with caution. Don't tell me I didn't warn you. You've been warned. But then again, that's also all amber fragrances. Amber fragrances are sexy. So again, like I mentioned earlier in the video, wear them on special occasions. Don't just wear them when you're out running errands, unless it's more of that, like the understated ones that I mentioned. But I think they're all pretty decadent, very rich, very sexy. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you're able to try some of these fragrances. And please comment down below if you guys have any other amber fragrances that you love that I didn't cover. Please share. I would love to check them out. And also comment below any suggestions you have for future videos. I always love your feedback, and we use your ideas all the time. So thank you so much to everyone for sharing all your feedback. I really appreciate it. And as always, I want to end this video with a quote of the day. And this is from the iconic Christian Dior. It says, "Long after one has forgotten what a woman wore, the memory of her perfume lingers." And I couldn't agree more. I think there was another beautiful quote by Kilian, and I think it was, "A man will forget your handbag, but he won't forget your perfume." And I think it's so true. And it's funny because like a lot of us obsess over, accessories, jewelry, handbags, whatever, but we neglect our perfume. And of course you shouldn't be doing any of this for anyone but yourself, but don't forget the power of perfume. It really does make you feel so good. It boosts your mood, it boosts your confidence, and it does make you unforgettable. So don't leave home without it. And also just remember to wear your perfume for yourself when you're at home. I do it all the time. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you all so much. Mwah. Bye.